If you're brand new to guitar or you've only been playing for a short while now, you might think to yourself that learning a full song on the guitar from beginning to end is a long way off. But the truth is, some of the most recognizable guitar songs ever written only utilize 2 guitar chords. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you 5 fun, easy songs that you can easily learn on the guitar today that just use 2 guitar chords. And just like all of the song lessons here on the channel that I do here at Growth in Music, I'm going to be including all of the chords you're going to be needing with chord charts, strum patterns, other details and things that you might want to know to really bring these songs to life. And at the end of each mini lesson, I'll be doing a play-along demonstration where I'll be singing and playing each song, and I'll be popping up chords in real time, karaoke style, so they're very easy to follow along with. Now, really briefly, the last thing that I want to point out is the fact that my guitar today is in standard tuning, so no weird tunings, and we'll only need the capo for 1 song out of the 5 today. And what's also nice is I'm going to keep this video really beginner and intermediate friendly, so we're going to be keeping the strum pattern nice and smooth and simple. 4 out of the 5 songs will be using the same strum pattern the whole time. 1 song will have a slightly different one, but 4 out of the 5 songs will have the same identical strum patterns. Alright, the very first song up on today's list of songs that just use 2 guitar chords is going to be the song Achy Breaky Heart. Now, I know the song has been covered numerous times by multiple people, but we're going to keep this one true to the Billy Ray Cyrus version. As you can tell, no capo for this one, and we just need, again, 2 chords. So the very first chord we're going to need is going to be an A major chord and an E major chord. Again, this video is going to be pretty straightforward and simple just because we don't have a ton of chords with this. Now, like I mentioned earlier in the intro, we have 1 strum pattern for this one. The biggest difference, obviously, through all of these songs when we use just the same strum pattern for pretty much all of them, besides 1 song, is going to be knowing how many times to play each strum pattern. Now, you can obviously count it. That's why the demo is going to be really great, because you can just sit back and play and you'll see and also hear when the chord switch is going to happen. So it's going to be pretty obvious, but you can also count if you'd like. Now, that strum pattern we're going to be using for nearly all of today's video is going to sound like this with muted strings. Down, down, up, down, up. Now, if that strum pattern is a little bit tricky or it's new to you, make sure to pause the video, come back to the video if you need to. It's really important that we lock this one in, because again, you're going to be able to use it for nearly all of the songs on today's list. And if you're more on the beginner side or even intermediate side and you're pretty new to strumming still, it's very important to keep this thing going for a while. You know, it's one thing to play this one time perfectly, that's great, but we ultimately want to be able to keep this thing going for minutes on end, especially if you're wanting to play from beginning to end through the whole song, or be able to sing and play one day. It's really important to keep this drum pattern going perfectly at a nice strong tempo for as long as you can with very minimal mistakes. Let's get into the demo.
You can tell the world you never was my girl. You can burn my clothes when I am gone, or you can tell your friends just what a fool I've been, and laugh and joke about me on the phone.
Alright, up next here at spot number 2 is probably my favorite song on today's list. I play the song live all the time, and people really get into it. It's definitely a crowd pleaser. It's going to be the song Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. And to be able to play this song comfortably, you know, I obviously adjusted the key to fit my voice. I'm going to kind of explain the real way to play it, but then also the way that I'm going to demo it, just in case you do want to sing it for yourself and make it a bit more singable. So again, 2 chords. The original way, you're actually going to play an F major 7 to a bit of a G chord up here. So we're going to take that F major 7 shape and just slide it up 2 frets, right? So the original being something like this. There's just something really nice and magical about that F major 7 chord. Now, the way that I play it, I adjust the key to fit my voice, still 2 chords, but what I like to do is play it here. So I use a C major 7, this is going to be your C chord without that first finger, and a D major, back and forth the whole song, so make sure those chords feel good. Now the strum pattern, just like the last one, it's going to be the same one. I use this one live all the time. It's a very fun song for me to sing and play because people really like it and they know it, they get into it. But it's also very simple. Now, it's a bit high still to sing, but I want to keep it true to the song as much as I can. But again, that strum pattern is just so nice and simple. 2 chords, the guitar work is nice and simple for us today. Again, we'll go ahead and go through that strum pattern really briefly. Let's mute our strings again. Once again, it's going to go down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So if I go ahead and play those 2 chords, it's going to sound like this. Alright, you guys, really quick before I do get into the next 3 songs on today's list of fun, easy guitar songs with 2 guitar chords. If you like videos like this and you do want to support us today directly here at Growth in Music, just make sure to subscribe. It's a great way to support us, and you'll be notified with more weekly content. Alright, up next, here at spot number 3, we're going to learn the song Tulsa Time by Don Williams. And this is the only song on today's list, like I had mentioned earlier, that uses a capo. So if you have yours today and you want to match me, I have mine here on the 2nd fret and just 2 chords. So in order, we're going to kick off the song with a D major chord. And then we're also going to need an A major chord. And like I've been saying since the beginning, same strum pattern. At this point, I'm going to assume that you have it pretty much down and locked in, so we're not going to do any muted strums. We're going to apply the strum pattern before the demo with these chords, something like this. Now, one really fun thing that I like to do, again, if it's a little tricky to do, you don't have to worry about it. But what I really like to do to kind of spice up the song a little bit is on occasion during the middle of the A chord, usually somewhere in the middle of the strum pattern or the progression, I like to remove the middle note, creating an A dominant 7 or an A7 chord. And it's going to sound like this. Again, same strum pattern, simple A. I'm just removing that middle note. I'll pop up a chord chart for that. But it's going to sound a little bit more interesting, something like this. So again, totally optional, but those are those little things. Once you feel pretty good about a song, you can have fun with them. You know, it's totally fine to sing and play with your basic chords. Everyone should and kind of needs to start that way. I know I did. But once you feel good about it, you can definitely add those little details in if you so choose. It's a great skill builder.
I left Oklahoma, driving in a Pontiac, just about to lose my mind. I was going to Arizona, maybe on to California, where people all live so fine. My baby said I'm crazy, my mama called me lazy.
Okay, moving right along, here at spot number 4 is going to be a song that I've taught a couple times here on the channel already, but this one just fits today's list perfectly. Again, a great classic 2-chord guitar song. We're going to be learning the song A Horse with No Name by the band America. And today what I'm going to do is teach you the true chords that we're going to need. But I'm also going to teach you a strum pattern that works great for this song, but it's a little bit more on the simple side. Especially if you're wanting to sing and play, this is perfect. Because what people don't realize is, yes, this song is, in terms of the chords, a very simple song. But the true strum pattern and the rhythm is a bit tricky. The real way to play it is a bit tricky. So I'm going to show you the real way just to compare, I guess. But I'm also going to show you the simplified way that still sounds awesome, but it's a little bit more beginner intermediate friendly. So the 2 chords we're going to need for this song is going to be an E minor. Again, no capo for this one. And a D6 over 9. I'll pop up a chart for that, but all you're going to do from your E minor chord is bring your second finger, or the finger that you have placed on the 2nd fret 5th string, towards you 1 string. So now we're on the 2nd fret of the low string, and that finger that you had on the 2nd fret 4th string, we're going to bring it back to the 2nd fret 3rd string, and ideally with the back side of our 2nd finger, we want to mute that 5th string. So we should have something like this. And those are the 2 chords, okay? So in the song, they're basically just going back between E minor and D6 over 9. Now, the original strum pattern sounds something like this. Again, they use kind of a muted strum and some quicker strums, ups and downs. It gets difficult. If you want to learn it, in today's video, I'm not going to teach it the true way. It's going to make this video drag on a while. I am, though, going to teach you a more simplified way. So the real way sounds like this. So again, to sing and play over that is much more difficult, but what we're going to do today is take our strum pattern we've been using this whole time. Down, down, up, up, down, up. Still works perfectly. Something like this.
On the first part of the journey, I was looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There were sand, hills and rings. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. Felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one to give you no pain.
Okay, if you've gotten this far, good job. We've got one more song up on today's list, and this is going to be probably the most upbeat song, so it's going to be a fun one. This is going to be the song What I Got by the band Sublime. Now, in terms of the 2 chords we're going to need, again, no capo today. We've got a D major chord, and following that up, we've got a G major chord. Now, if you listen to the original song and you listen to what kicks off the song in the intro, they're not starting off with any strumming. They actually start off with kind of a cool little picking pattern, but over the top of D and G, something like this. Now, what I like to do, just to make it more singable, a little bit easier on me, I like to strum it, and I like to teach it this way. Again, you can definitely get used to doing the picking. I think it's a great way to open up the song, and then if you decide to sing, you can kick into the strum pattern, which is what I'm going to teach you now. Now, the strum pattern that I like to use is a little bit different than the remaining 4, or the other 4 that we covered in today's video. It's going to be much shorter, much quicker, which is what makes the song a little bit tougher to play. Even though it's a 2-chord guitar song, it's upbeat, and the switching comes quick, so you'll definitely want to work up to this one. Now, if we mute our strings, what we're going to do is down, 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 up. Quick and short, I know. But what's going to happen here is we're going to keep that thing going and switch between each one. Okay, so let's do a few in a row and then we'll add chords. Here we go. Now if we add our D and G chord, something like this. Once again, this is a 2-chord guitar song. They all are. Everything on today's list is 2 chords, but this one's just got a bit of a different strum pattern. It's going to take some time. Make sure to pause the video if you ever need to. Lock it in, and again, play along with me when you feel ready.
Early in the morning, rising to the street. Light me up that cigarette and I'll strap shoes on my feet. Got to find the reason things went wrong. Got to find the reason why my money's all gone. Loving is what I've got. I said remember that. Loving is what I've got. I said remember that. Loving is what I've got.
Alright, you guys, this was a really fun video for me to make. You know, as a full-time private guitar instructor, I have people all the time asking me, you know, what are some easy guitar songs or chord songs that I can learn? And these are pretty much the ones that I say are great to learn as a beginner or intermediate, especially if you're new to singing and playing, or strumming in general, whatever or wherever you are on your guitar journey. These songs are great. You can definitely simplify them and build them up over time, which is the idea of learning guitar successfully. Once again, if you like videos like this and you do want to support us today here at Growth in Music and see more content from the channel every week, just make sure to subscribe. It's a great way to do it, and I'll see you next week for next week's video.